Welcome back to Learn It All. If exams are coming up and you're wondering how to review everything you've learned without feeling overwhelmed, this video is for you. Let's dive into some tips and strategies to study smarter, not harder. We're going to break down the often daunting task of exam preparation into manageable steps, focusing on techniques that actually work. So whether you're facing midterms, finals, or any big test, stick around, and let's make sure you're fully equipped to ace those exams. Step 1 is all about organizing and prioritizing. Studying for exams becomes a lot easier when you know exactly what you need to focus on. Imagine this. You're facing a mountain of textbooks, notes, and handouts. It's enough to make anyone feel overwhelmed. The first thing you want to do is gather everything you have for each subject. This means notes from class, textbooks, assignments, handouts, everything. Once you have it all together, it's time to get organized. Start by reviewing your syllabus for each subject. What are the key topics covered? Are there any specific chapters or sections emphasized by your teacher? This will give you a roadmap of what you need to study. Highlight the most important concepts, formulas, and definitions. Look for connections between different topics and try to see the bigger picture. It's not about memorizing every single detail, but understanding the key ideas and how they relate to each other. Think of your brain like a filing cabinet. If you just stuff papers in randomly, it's hard to find anything. As you go through your materials, you might realize that some topics are more challenging than others. Make a list of the topics that you find most difficult and prioritize those in your study schedule. By investing time in organizing and prioritizing, you'll save yourself a lot of time and stress down the road. Creating mind maps or concept maps can be a great way to make the information more engaging and easier to remember. Once everything's organized, it's time to create a study schedule. This doesn't have to be complicated, just something realistic that divides your time between subjects. Think of it like building a house. You need a blueprint before you start laying bricks. A study schedule is your personalized roadmap to exam success. It helps you allocate your time wisely, ensuring that you cover all the necessary material without feeling overwhelmed. Start by figuring out how much time you have available each day for studying. Be realistic about your other commitments, such as work, extracurricular activities, and of course sleep. Next, divide your study time into chunks dedicated to specific subjects or topics. Don't forget to factor in breaks. Our brains are like muscles. They need rest to function at their best. Aim for 50 minutes of focused studying followed by a 10-minute break. During your breaks, get up, move around, stretch, or grab a healthy snack. Find a quiet and dedicated study space where you can focus without distractions. Let your friends and family know about your study schedule so they can support you. Put your phone on airplane mode or use a website blocker to minimize distractions. Reward yourself for completing study sessions. It could be a small treat, watching an episode of your favorite show, or anything that motivates you. A well-structured study schedule helps you stay organized, reduces stress, and ultimately leads to a more successful exam experience. Next up, one of the most effective ways to study active recall and practice testing. Reviewing your notes is helpful, but testing yourself is even better. Think about it. When you're taking an exam, you're not just passively reading information, you're actively trying to recall it from memory. Active recall is all about forcing your brain to retrieve information from memory. Instead of simply rereading your notes or textbook, try these techniques. Flashcards. Write key terms or concepts on one side of a flashcard and the definitions or explanations on the other side. Test yourself by looking at one side and trying to recall the information on the other side. The Feynman technique. Pretend you're teaching the material to someone else. Explain the concepts out loud in your own words, as if you're giving a lecture. Practice questions. Answer practice questions from your textbook, online resources, or past exams. Practice testing takes active recall a step further. By taking practice tests, you're not only retrieving information from memory, but you're also practicing the exam format and timing yourself. This helps reduce test anxiety and improves your performance under pressure. Analyze your mistakes. Don't just look at your score. Carefully review the questions you got wrong and try to understand why you made those mistakes. Active recall and practice testing are about actively engaging with the material and strengthening your long-term understanding. Another powerful way to learn is by teaching. When you explain something in your own words, it reinforces your understanding. Think of yourself as a teacher trying to explain the material to a classroom of students. They depend on you to make the information clear, concise, and engaging. Teaching forces you to organize your thoughts, identify the most important concepts, and explain them in a way that others can understand. Here are a few ways to incorporate teaching into your study routine. Study with a friend or group. Take turns explaining different concepts to each other. Teaching someone else is a great way to test your own understanding and identify areas where you need to review. Record yourself explaining the material. Grab your phone or laptop and record yourself teaching a mini lesson on a specific topic. Listening back to the recording can help you identify any areas where your explanation is unclear or incomplete. Write summaries or create concept maps. Condensing the material into your own words forces you to think critically and identify the most important information. The goal is not to become an expert teacher overnight, but to use teaching as a tool to deepen your own understanding. When you can explain something clearly and concisely, it means you've truly grasped the concept. Find creative ways to teach the material, whether it's to a friend, a family member, a rubber duck, or even just yourself in the mirror. Studying for exams isn't just about cramming in as much as possible. Taking care of your body and mind is essential for focus and memory. Think of your brain as a high-performance machine. It needs the right fuel and maintenance to function at its best. Here are some essential self-care tips to keep in mind during exam season. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Sleep is crucial for memory consolidation. It's like hitting the save button on all the information you learned during the day. Stay hydrated. Keep a water bottle handy and sip on water throughout the day. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. Eat nutritious foods. Fuel your body with brain-boosting foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. Avoid sugary snacks and processed foods, as they can lead to energy crashes. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is not only good for your body, but it's also fantastic for your brain. Even a short walk or some light stretching can help reduce stress, improve focus, and boost your mood. Take breaks. Don't try to study for hours on end without taking breaks. Remember the 50-10 rule: 50 minutes of studying followed by a 10-minute break. During your breaks, get up, move around, stretch, or do something enjoyable to clear your head. Manage stress. Exams can be stressful, but it's important to find healthy ways to manage stress. Try relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or listening to calming music. Connect with others. Don't isolate yourself during exam season. Make time for social interaction, even if it's just a quick chat with a friend or family member. Taking care of your physical and mental health is not a luxury. It's an investment in your academic success. Finally, don't forget to review and reflect on your progress. At the end of each study session, spend a few minutes reviewing what you've covered and planning your next steps. Think of it like a pilot checking their instruments and making course corrections. It ensures you're on the right track. Reviewing helps solidify your understanding and identify any areas where you might need to spend more time. Here are a few effective review techniques. Summarize in your own words. After studying a chapter or topic, take a few minutes to summarize the key points in your own words. This helps you process the information more deeply and make it easier to recall later. Create flashcards for quick review. Flashcards are a great way to review key terms, concepts, and formulas. Test yourself regularly and separate the cards into piles based on how well you know the material. Rework practice problems. Don't just glance over the practice problems you've already solved. Try to rework them without looking at the solutions. This helps reinforce your understanding and identify any lingering misconceptions. Reflection is equally important. It's about taking a step back and assessing your study strategies, identifying what's working well and what needs adjustment. Ask yourself, am I sticking to my study schedule? Are my study techniques effective? What are my strengths and weaknesses? By regularly reviewing and reflecting, you gain valuable insights into your learning process, allowing you to fine-tune your study strategies and maximize your chances of success. Remember, learning is a journey, not a race, and regular reflection helps you stay on course. So there you have it. With organization, effective study techniques, and taking care of yourself, you'll be prepared to tackle everything you've learned this semester. Remember, exams are about progress, not perfection. It's about demonstrating how much you've learned and grown throughout the semester. So, go into those exams with confidence, knowing that you've put in the effort and prepared yourself for success. The screen shows, "Good luck on your exams," with upbeat music. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more study tips and tricks from Learn It All. Thanks for watching and good luck on your exams.